What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Wednesday. Sorry about the late video. I'm running a little late this morning. I'm going to try to make this quick as possible. We're going to look at Bitcoin, why I believe we could break out and hit 12,300 by Halloween night. Possibility. I'm not promising anything, but it is possible. We're going to take a look at that. We're also going to take a look at Litecoin. Don't forget, there's a free Discord group in the description below the video. You'll find the link. Check it out. It's totally 100% free. Awesome community. Great people in there. If you love crypto, you'll love the community. There's also some other affiliate links down there that really help the channel out. If you can use them, you get some bonuses for using them. So check them out. If you can use them, that's great. Really helps out. And let's get on with the video. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, it's still a speculative market. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. With that being said, if you're new here and you haven't already, hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. That way you get the daily updates every single day. And by ticking the notification bell, that'll get you notified when I post new videos. And if you haven't been getting notified, I know a lot of people have been saying that they haven't been getting notified. Check your notification bell and make sure you hit all. And that'll get you notified when I post new videos. Also, guys, don't forget, smash the likes and leave your comments. Take a second out, pause the video. It really helps out the YouTubers. I say that for all YouTubers, even the ones I don't like. It really helps our channels get the videos out there. So if you would, please like, comment, and share the videos. All right, let's get on with it. Looking at the weekly Bitcoin chart, and this is the Brave New Coin Liquid Index, because it shows the longest data. So what I believe here, guys, is we are in this cycle here, and we are in number 2 of this cycle right here. I know a lot of people disagree with me, but that's where I'm at. And if we look at the RSI, we had bottomed out on both these number 2 part of the cycle on the same trend line here across. So we're going to take a look at some RSI stuff too. Also, if we zoom in here and look at the 55 EMA on the weekly, we poked through it over here a few times, probably about 8 or 9 weeks over here. And I'm not saying that's going to happen this time, but this is one of the only other ones we poked through that 55 EMA there. But we are getting support on the other EMAs right now. I know people are waiting for the gap to get filled. And guys, I'm not saying that that can't happen, but I am going to say it doesn't have to happen. And if you think about it, if everybody's waiting for that to get filled and it doesn't fill, and I'm sorry, I don't want to use the word moon. I'll hear all kinds of crap in the comments. But if we shoot up from here and have a breakout, people are going to be FOMOing in. Them same people that are waiting for that lower low. But like I said, this is my opinion, not yours. Do your own due diligence. But I wanted to point this out. We've talked about this a few times. And this is the 2013 bull run followed by the bear market. I have this trend line in here. Same trend line in the 2017. We came up, tested it for resistance twice. And guys, if you watch this channel, when we called bottom in December, we were talking about this in January, this trend line, when we drew it in over here. We had 2 touches of resistance before breaking through and starting the next bull cycle. I say bull cycle. I used to say bull run, but bull cycle. And that was from 2013 to 2017. That's 4 years. We had the 2017 bull run here, followed by the 18 bear market. 2 touches of resistance on this trend line before breaking through, starting the next bull cycle. The 4-year over here would be around the end of 2021 is when I believe this cycle will most likely end. And I do believe we will be in the 6 digits or higher. Call me crazy, but I believe that to be true. Let's look at the daily, or I'm sorry, the monthly, and then we'll get into the more immediate price action. We had these arcs drawn in here for quite some time. Also since January, we've been watching this. This was 2013 bull run, followed by the bear market. Each arrow here representing a new low in the RSI, and there was 4 of them. Now, if you look over here, 2017 bull run followed by the bear market, 4 arrows representing new lows in the RSI. Same thing, and now we're continuing on up. I believe we're right about here in this cycle on the RSI. Obviously, it's much bigger moves over here. The market's growing and maturing, guys. But we never came back down and tested it till up in this area. Tested this again, so you know we could keep on climbing. We'll take a look at that. Let's look at all right. Few things I want to look at here. This is the bull flag we've been talking about forever on this channel. We have come back down to test it. Now, if we close a daily beneath it, then I would start to get worried. But I do believe this is going to hold, and I do believe we have a nice move coming, guys. The measured move of measuring this just as a channel, this bull flag, to where we broke out over here, the measured move is 13.4. I do believe that is possible. And I want to look at this also, looking from the breakout right here, looking at this as a flagpole, and put it up to the top of the flag. That gets us to 17.7. Now, if I measured this whole move down to where we broke out over here in March, actually that was April 1st, but this was an ascending triangle down here, and I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it. Right here, this was an ascending triangle that we broke out of. So measuring that whole thing as the flagpole and putting it up to where we broke out, that gets us up to around the 19.2 range. I do still believe it's possible we could see new all-time highs this year, and I'm going to show you a couple things. First off, I believe this to be a smaller version of this bull flag here. But I do want to point out the end of October was right here in 2016 or 2017, I'm sorry, at about $7,300. And the move from the very end of October to December, I think it was December 17th, we made it 170%. Now, if we closed right here where we're at now, let me bring it down there. And if we just went up 170%, and I'm not saying we're going to do this, guys. I'm just showing you it's possible, and people, you know, just don't understand it. I know so many people just get so bearish. Guys, look at, before I show you that, look at where we're at. From the low this year to where we're at right now, we are still up almost 200%. What other asset class do you get anything like that? Anyways, I just don't understand how people get so worried and scared. If you don't understand Bitcoin, read into it, research, look it up. It might take some of the fear out of it for you. Anyways, if we went up from here 170% like we did back in 2017, that's if we close down here this month. And I think possible we're going to close higher. But that'd get us around the $24,800 range. And again, I'm not saying we're going to get there. I do think new all-time highs are possible this year. I still do believe that. We will see how this plays out first. I showed you those targets there. Let's go into the daily. And after this, we'll take a look at Litecoin. But I want to zoom in a little bit on the daily here and take a look at what's going on. As you can see, the top of the bull flag, we've been getting wicks through, but we have not closed anything under it daily wise. So it still looks to me as this is holding, and it's holding pretty damn strong. I know a lot of people are calling for, you know, going down to 8,800. And again, guys, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it doesn't have to happen. If we look at the RSIs here, they're extremely bullish. The 8, the 13 EMA have already crossed the 200 EMA on the daily. Next is the 21 EMA, and that's looking to cross now. The 8 EMA has crossed the 55 up here. And this is where people thought we were going to get a death cross, and this avoided the death cross. But guys, it's still looking pretty damn bullish. And if we look here, look at the declining volume. Let me get this in here so you can see. You can see how the volume's declining massively. I do believe there's a massive breakout coming, and my opinion, it's going to be to the upside. Now, again, that doesn't mean we can't come down and test this 21 EMA on the daily, or this 55 EMA on the daily, which would be around 8,885, somewhere in that range. That is possible, guys, and that, you know, to close the gap, I'm not even sure where the gap was. I don't pay attention to them. 8,700, 8,800, something like that. But again, guys, I'm not saying it's not possible, or, you know, I don't say we have to hit it either. I honestly don't think we have to. But let's look at the 4 hour and go into the more immediate time frames. But first, we'll look at the RSI and how we broke out days ago when we were talking about it, this falling channel. Told you if we broke out, it was going to be extremely bullish. Obviously, that's what happened. Let's go into the 4 hour RSI. And sorry, guys, I'm trying to make this quick, but it's ending up longer. I just don't like to leave stuff out on the videos. So we've been watching this wedge here. And earlier, when I got up this morning, we were broke down under the wedge. But you got to remember, until that candle closes, and this is the 4 hour, guys, until that candle closes, it can suck right back up in there, which it did right here. Also, stretch this out a little bit so we can take a look at it. I believe that this is a bull flag in the RSI falling wedge. We could have, like I said, I'm expecting a huge move. You can do a measured move in the RSI. They don't always play out, but this would be extremely high, I think. Yeah, that would be way up over 100. So obviously that one would not work here, but I do think that's going to be a pretty bullish move. And if you guys keep an eye on the 4 hour RSI while there's price action, this will give us resistance up here. And if we break through and close the 4 hourly above this trend line here on this falling channel, that'll be extremely, extremely bullish. Now let's look at the price action. We were looking at this as a flag yesterday, and obviously I've changed my opinion on that. This looks more like a bull flag pointed down here. And if we look at the measured move of this falling channel, which is the bull flag, in my opinion, that gets us up to around $9,800 range. And depending on where we break out, if we break out, you know, later on towards the end of the day, could be lower. So somewhere, I'm just going to give immediate, somewhere in the 97, between 9,700 and 9,800 would be the breakout area. That's where I would look for the first point of resistance. And if we broke through there, then I would be looking at the next stop, 10,900, which is old resistance and support. So that is a pretty strong area, guys. I would expect some resistance there. But the next stop after that would be measuring this whole move, this whole from the breakout down here. Let me zoom in. From the breakout down here on this ascending triangle. And we put it up to the top where we may break out. Obviously, this is going to come down a little bit. But yeah, somewhere in this area, around 10,000 or 12,200. That's the measured move of this whole move here. So now let's take a look at the more bearish case scenario. If we are to break through that, down through that wedge, my next target, as you guys remember, I had this target in here yesterday, 9,060. We went down to 9,013. The 55 EMA is right here around the 8840 range. I would expect us to get a bounce off that, but I do have this trend line on the bottom of this channel. And if we were to come straight down on this 4 hour, it could get us down to 8,800. Next 4 hour would be about 8777. So somewhere in this range, 8750 to 8,800 if we are to come down from here. But this bull flag does seem to be holding the top of the bull flag here. And as you can see, we've had some wicks through it on the 4 hour. We have not closed below it since we broke back above it over here. So unless there's a 4 hour close below here, I don't think we have to go down to these levels. I'm not saying we won't, like I said, but I remain pretty damn bullish here, guys. And I will play along if we break this 9,300 again, around 9,310, somewhere in that area. If we break that and close the candle outside of it, I will play a leverage long. If you guys don't know how to do that and you want to learn, there is some links down below for some exchanges. There's Prime XBT. If you sign up using my link, you get a 35% bonus on whatever you deposit. There's also a Bybit one down there, and you get a $60 bonus if you deposit 0.2 Bitcoin or more. So check it out. If you guys want to check it out, you can use my links, get those bonuses. Also, want to remind you guys, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below to win a free t-shirt. We are doing it Sunday. I'll pick a random comment from a random video this week. So make sure you comment on all the videos, and you get to pick your shirt from my wife's webpage, which there's also a link to that down below in the description, inkyyourimage.com. And she has beer koozies, coffee mugs, aluminum signs, shirts, hats, and you guys can have her put any crypto you want on there, or any saying, or family pictures, whatnot. They can make good Christmas gifts too, and it's another way to help support the channel. So check it out, guys. Let's go into Litecoin. Looking at Litecoin, the dead coin, according to a lot of people. I do not believe Litecoin is nowhere near dead, or anywhere near dead. So anyways, looking at this falling wedge that we've broken out of, take down here to our measured move from where we broke out, gets us around the gets us around the $114 range. We're going to go into the RSI on that also. We look at what's going on now. If we can get back up here and get above this falling channel and break out here, extremely bullish. So we're right around the same area as Bitcoin right now. That's why I do believe we could be seeing a massive breakout here pretty soon. Let's go into the 4 hour on Litecoin, and same thing as Bitcoin. As you can see, we're dropping down out of this now. And what's our price? Well, we'll take a look at that in a second. We're dropping down out of this now. If this 4 hour closes below this wedge that I've drawn in here, I do believe that we'll probably looking at the more bearish case scenario and coming down, and we'll take a look at that. But keep in mind, in the 4 hour, this candle has, as I'm making this video, about 3 hours and 15 minutes left. So it can come back up into this, and if we break up out of this wedge, bullish, very, very bullish, and close a 4 hour out of it. Now let's look at the price action. All right, so we've been watching this also as a bull pennant. We have some measured moves for that too, guys, and this would be measuring from the breakout here, measuring this whole thing as a flagpole, putting it up to if we were to break out in this area somewhere. I'm going to bring this down. It's going to be somewhere around the 73, so between 73 and 74.50 area, somewhere in there. Again, depending on where it breaks out, if it does break out and break up. As you can see, the EMAs are starting to turn over here, and like I showed you in the RSI, look at that again. If we close out outside on the bottom of this falling wedge, then we're looking at the more bearish case scenario. So far, we've been getting support. Let me move this a little bit on this trend line here. And the 200 EMA for the 4 hour is right here about 57.61. I feel like if we drop below that again and we break down below 57.19, we could be this trend line here, 56.62. I'm looking for support, which also lines up with the 55 EMA. If that breaks, looking at somewhere in the $52 range for support. And again, guys, that's only if we break down below this. And we talked about how to trade this stuff. If we break up, I would put a long in here and put my stop loss right here, just under the breakout. And if it went down, I would short here and put my stop loss just above the line. And again, I have links in the description below for Bybit and Prime XBT. There's also a Kraken link down there. Check them out. You get bonuses for using my links signing up. So some free money. Anyways, that is where I'm at with Litecoin. Let me let's look at the 1 hour just out of curiosity. Yeah, same thing. Nothing too special. We are getting, well, I guess not. Let's look for divergence real quick in there. Nope, not really. We look at the whole thing. I guess you could say we're getting hidden bullish, or yeah, hidden bullish divergence. We're getting higher highs in the price action, lower lows in the RSI. So we'll see how it plays out, guys. That's where I'm at until one of these break. For Bitcoin or Litecoin, I am just sitting on the fence. But like I said, keep an eye on this bull flag here. If we close a 4 hour candle below there, we may be going to these lower targets. But if we don't close below there, I do believe we're most likely going to break up from here. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely don't forget to subscribe by clicking the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. Tick the notification bell to make sure you get notified when I post new videos. Smash the likes, leave your comments for your chance to win the free t-shirt. And yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Have a great day, and I will see you in tomorrow's update. Take it easy, guys.